right, guys, it's time for another drive. And we are going north today, up to Pagudpod. I have not seen that place in actually more than 10 years now. And we are joining AC Mobility, yes, Ayala, for the drive of the new sorry, not that. We're driving with Kia today, Kia. Man, it really feels good to be out on the road again here in the Philippines, heading north up to La Union. Then tomorrow we're going up to Pagudpod. And we're doing this with Kia as part of their movement drive series thing that we're gonna do. So basically, we're gonna be hopping from one Kia model to another, from the most affordable, which is this one, all the way up to the most advanced, which is going to be the Kia EV9. And right now we are on the SC Tex. It's a bit of road repair all around, but still a very nice road to drive on. Very smooth. And of course, the scenery up here, all the farms, all the plantations, just fantastic. Nice to see a bit of green. And I'm here with Zach. I guess you can consider him Robin to my Batman, but I can't be Batman. Gotham doesn't need me. But the car we're driving now is the Kia Sonet. And easily, this is one of my most favorite, if not my favorite, in this price range of vehicle. I mean, for around just over 1.1 million, you got everything. You have the electric power steering, you have these nice seats with the leather, with the brown. It's just very, very clean. Very clean inside and out. And when you look at it on the outside, it just looks so nice. Now, I know styling is going to be different from, our taste from one person to another. But this one I've always found to be good. I like the styling direction that the Kia is taking generally in the last, 15 or so years, their cars always seem to look good. And this one also, the technology is great. Like, you look at it, I've got a digital screen here, which I do like. It has my speed readout, my ADAS, and by the way, yeah, it does have ADAS. Kia calls it DriveWise. So, you have the right here, you have the lane keep assist, we have the cruise control. Let me set the cruise control now. They're up, not 89, let's try, say, 100. There you go. Cruise at 100. I'm not gonna have a problem with, the speed cameras here on the SC Tex. They're just gonna be, very convenient for me. And in terms of convenience, I have my own auto climate control. I got wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, everything that I really need, and a wireless charger too. The Space for 5, that's gonna be something great in this vehicle. And one thing we actually learned a little early on, just a couple hours ago, is that this is being pitched, or at least customers are looking at this vis-a-vis the Mitsubishi Expander, which I found weird. And because one's a 7-seater, there's a 5-seater, but they're looking at it more or less in the same light, which is kind of interesting. But still, the Kia Sonet, still a solid car. Now, some are gonna wonder, what the powertrain is, and well, quite simply, it's a 1.5 liter gasoline engine with a CVT handling everything. It's not the fastest, and we don't expect it to be, but it is very efficient. Earlier, even with factoring in the EDSA drive we were doing, it was doing around 18 kilometers per liter, which is, again, also really good for a vehicle like this. Now, ICE, of course, it's not really for everyone, but it's still very much relevant here in the Philippines because maintenance, you want it to be familiar. One of those things where you don't have to worry about charging, you just gas up and go. And really, it's just proving to be a very popular model, if not the most popular model in Kia's lineup in the Philippines because, hey, affordable, easy to use, very familiar, and it looks good. But what we want to try out are some of the other models in this convoy. It takes a special kind of individual to put you in a nice vehicle with quite a bit of power, like 235 horsepower, in a mountain road, which is nice and winding, and then suddenly tell you that, hey man, it's an eco run. So now we have to manage our throttle pressure, be as smooth as possible. try to minimize the loss of momentum, because again, in an eco run, when you're trying to be economical, you want to minimize slowing down. You want to be as smooth as you can be, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. But it's easy to be efficient with this vehicle because this is the Kia Sorento HEV, or hybrid electric vehicle. It's not a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle because there's no socket in the back for you to be able to, plug in a Type 2 charger. No. This one is one of those self-charging hybrids, similar to what Toyota does with a lot of their lineup. But what they have going on is that this is a 1.6-liter turbo gasoline engine with a motor and I think a 1.5 kilowatt-hour battery. So it's not a big battery, but it does a lot of the same things to make it efficient. And we're trying to get the numbers up as high as we can right now, averaging around 21.5 kilometers per liter. And I'm sure it's gonna, go up a little bit more because, like I said, we're trying to be as efficient as possible using the paddle shifters to control the regenerative braking. Again, in a hybrid, or at least many hybrids and EVs, when you have paddle shifters, they function more as the control for the regenerative braking. But some of the things we like about the Sorento, especially now, is that we may not be able to go as fast, but we're able to enjoy the ride. And the road right now, well, we're on the Rosario Go Road, I think. The Rosario Pugo Road, and we're heading up to La Union, to Awesome Hotel, where we're gonna spend the night. And the road right now, if you've watched the news lately and the weather reports lately, there've been a lot of storms, so the road is not in its best shape. Actually, far from its best shape. So there's lots of potholes, lots of construction, lots of debris. So in a Sorento, it actually feels really good. You're a bit higher off it. It's managing all the potholes very well, and it's a generally comfortable experience here. Lots of potholes, not bad overall. And that's the beauty of something like this. Now, it may not have the height of, let's say, a Fortuner or a Montera Sport or a Terra, but man, is it really comfortable on this kind of road. It's just smoother. Now, this is a 7-seater, so 2 in front, 3 in the middle, 2 more in the very back. And that's why we're seeing quite a few examples of this vehicle on our road because the pricing is good. Like, starts at 2.2 million up to around 3. Of course, for that 3 million for the all bells and whistles model. But this one, I think this was one of the higher spec ones, and it is nice. You have all your ADAS, you have your wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, all the stuff you could really want in a vehicle to manage your road trips, which is what we're doing now. And later, when we get to La Union, we'll show you, actually right now, what the fuel economy is when we get over there. Anyways, we can't wait to see what else we can drive, but for that, we'll have to wait until tomorrow. Good morning again, everyone. This is Vince and Zach, and we're driving north again, this time from La Union all the way to Ilocos Norte. Now, our stop in La Union was actually a key one because we stayed over at the Awesome Hotel, where AC Mobility has a series of chargers for EVs and PHEVs. And while this Kia Sorento is not a PHEV, the EV9s in our fleet and the EV6 were able to make use of the charging. And where we're going now, to Pagod Pod, they also have a charging station, which is incredible, because it allows you to really enjoy EV all the way up, all the way around the country. I mean, hopefully soon. They plan to have 700 charging points all around the country by the end of this year. So it's already November. So they have 1.5 months to get it done, and they say they're on track for that. And that's great because it really eliminates the range anxiety you may feel with an EV. As we know, EVs are infrastructure dependent, which is why PHEVs are very popular. But EVs in general, everyone thinks, oh, it's only within the city. You're kind of on a leash to the nearest charger, which is true. The same is also true of a gasoline powered car or a hybrid. But it's really more apparent with an EV because you have to have a partner, someone to really invest into the charging network. And Ayala and a few other companies actually are also investing in that, like VinFast, I think Tesla as well. So it's going to be great to see how this all shakes up in the coming years as EVs become more popular. Now, we are here in Bangar, or actually just about to exit Bangar, if we didn't already. And we're about to enter Ilocos Sur. So Ilocos Sur, as you know, is known for vegan longanisa, for I think bagnet as well, right? Zach? Bagnet, yeah. Man, all the stuff my doctor tells me not to eat, you can find here. And cornic, or is that Ilocos Norte? Chicha corn. Oh man, this is not gonna be good for the quarterly checkup. Anyways, we're about to step into another car, and it's gonna be a little bit more different. Are you ready, Zach?
I am.
And 3, 2, 1, and here we are. We are in the new Kia Carnival Hybrid. And yeah, I'm not driving this time. It's my boy Zach that's doing the driving. Hey Zach, how does it feel from the front?
Nice, sir.
Enjoying? See, it's my turn. I've been driving for Zach the whole way. This time, I'm gonna chill here in the back, which is what people buy the Carnival for. They buy this so they can chill here in the captain seats with the leg up, with the armrest. It's a really nice head cushion here. It's so relaxing to drive. Now, it's not the best seat in terms of the class, because the way they have the seat is a bit high up for my liking. But still, it's a very nice place to be in. I mean, I'd rather be here than where Zach is sitting right now. Diba, Zach?
Switch seats that time.
later na. But the great thing here is that this one is a hybrid. So I know we missed the days when the Kia Carnival had a diesel engine, but hybrid is a great replacement for that because you get the torque that you would also get with a diesel with the electric motor, and it comes in much earlier. Allows you to be more efficient. I mean, in the Sorento, we were doing around 20 to 23 kilometers per liter. This one, you can do a little bit less because it is a heavier vehicle. But even then, it's not going to be that much, that much off depending on how much you load into the vehicle. And as you can see, we did load quite a bit of stuff here in the back. Like if you look there, lots of stuff there in the back. Think luggage it's all matching colors over there. But still, nice place to be in. Now, when it comes to the Kia lineup, this is really more of at the top end, and then you have the Sorento, and then you have like the Sonet already, which is unusual. There exists a very big gap there that I think they should fill, but still, Kia is showing us what their brand of mobility can offer all across the price range. We do hope they would fill it in there in the 1.5 million to 1.8 million range with a Sportage, but we don't have Sportage here. The pricing and the taxes would make it, kind of impractical. But overall, this is a nice place to be, even though, I do wish they had more cup holders here, maybe even a tray table here, which they don't, or even from the front seat. But still, nice place to be in. The next car we're gonna be in, though, is even nicer. So let's go switch over to the Kia EV9. You know what? I take back everything I said about George. You're fantastic. You scheduled me just in time with the Kia EV9 right when we got to these very fantastic winding roads in Bangi. Actually, we're just passing over the arch of Bangi, but the drive so far, all the way up to this point, it's been building up, from the Sonet to the Sorento to the Carnival, and then now to the EV9. It's just fantastic. And then this vehicle, we've already reviewed this. If you can watch my review, I'll put in the timestamp now. But my review of this, I like the interior, I like the seats, I like the seat massage, particularly in the back. But more importantly, I don't like the side mirrors. Yeah, that's fine. You know, I can kind of ignore that for now because I'm busy driving and enjoying the abilities of this car. And it has a lot of abilities, like a big battery pack that allows it to get all the way up here, no problem. And then there are plenty of chargers on the way, including where we stayed the last night and where we're going as well. You can hear the luggage in the back just trying to deal with the G-forces. But the great thing here is the power. I got 384 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque, which means overtaking, like right now on a downhill, very easy. And then I can do the regen thing. Let's say, let me put it to level, let's see, 3. It won't let me do that right now. There we go. Let's slow it down. Then level 2, level 3. So it's gonna try to recapture some of the energy we just spent up there by using gravity, basically the slope, to be able to recover. And that's the fantastic thing about EVs. Like it allows you to recalibrate how you're driving. Like you think a bit more of that, but it becomes a bit of a game. It's a bit more fun, and that's what they're showing us here. Like mobility like this, premium mobility, mind you, but it can really be a lot of fun if you know exactly what to do with it. Let me try this now. There we go. And the all-wheel drive, even though the road is wet, the all-wheel drive of this is really great. And I've driven some of the other Hyundai, Kia, particularly the Hyundai ones, even on the Nürburgring. That thing gripped the Ioniq 5N. And you can feel a bit of that in this vehicle. Even though it's an SUV, it's not rolling too much. It's staying planted because the battery is down low. It's got a low center of gravity, but overall, it's just an enjoyable vehicle. Granted, not many of you are going to be driving your vehicle like this if you're in an EV9 or in a Sorento or in a Sonet or a Carnival, but it's nice to know you can. And that's what Kia is giving you. They're giving you the freedom of mobility to enjoy it as you please, whether you're an ICE, an HEV, or in this case, a BEV. I want you to remember one number, 6, 5, and 5. We drove 655 kilometers from Manila all the way here and all the detours we took for our shoots and all that stuff to experience what Kia vehicles are all about now, what the movement is all about. And that's what I appreciate about what they're doing with this kind of event. There's no fancy dancing, there's no cultural show. It's just straight up cars, testing them in all kinds of environments, enjoying them the way they were meant to be enjoyed, and maybe even not the way they were meant to be enjoyed. Because that's the great thing about this kind of movement. It's very, very versatile. You can use it any way you want, enjoy it any way you want, and explore all kinds of places all around the country. And as you can see, we are here in Pagudpod. It's a lot of weather outside. And as you can see po, dumarating na po ang amihan. Medyo malakas po ang hangin natin ngayon. Buti na lang po hindi umuulan, kaya mga kababayan, dapat mag-jacket kayo. Vince Pornales po, nag-uulat mula sa Pagudpod. Para ako naging weatherman, no?